rumination, rumination, rumination. And then slowly, over time, you forget about it. Rumination, rumination, rumination. And then slowly, over time, you forget about it. Rumination, rumination, rumination. And then slowly, over time, you forget about it. Conclusion, conclusion, conclusion. Hey friends, if you're new here, my name is Caden and I am a rising third year at Cornell University studying cancer biology and with a minor in AI. And as I was detailing in the intro, I found myself thinking about the same things over and over and over again, and I feel like it was kind of limiting my growth because I feel like I wasn't reaching proper conclusions, and if I'm not reaching proper conclusions, then I can't actually learn from why I'm having these thought patterns in the way that I am. And especially in college, when I first got to college, it was like new atmosphere, lots of new things going on, and especially in a time like that where a lot of growth is happening all at once, I wish I would have had this pocket journal to form these conclusions and to reflect a lot more on the spot. Because when I get back to my dorm after a long day, I don't actually feel like whipping out a journal and reflecting there and then. I'd rather reflect it there in the moment, and I think that's one of the biggest advantages of just keeping it in your pocket, as long as nobody else finds out, because then you look like a freaking nerd. I'm just kidding, nobody actually cares. What was my second point? And even if I don't reach a proper conclusion on the spot, I found that even if I just take a second to jot down what I'm feeling and because of what, I found it to be especially helpful, like midway through the semester when I need to focus on one thing but then my attention is caught somewhere else. I feel like it helps me bring me back to where I need to, and it just like externalites this other thing. But even if I'm not caught up on anything, I found that helpful even if I'm watching YouTube videos or I'm reading a book that I like and there is a particularly insightful idea. I like to just write it down so that I can revisit it if I ever do happen to pick up my notebook and just sift through back what I have already written. Ultimately, I think it's mainly about understanding my motivations, understanding why I feel the way that I do, so I can lean more into things that bring me happiness and lean out of the things that don't. And I especially think this is important in college when you're going through massive amounts of change and there are so many things to be feeling all at once, and when your focus needs to be on the specific task at hand. In terms of the pipeline to a proper conclusion, I find it helpful for me to first just jot down whatever I'm feeling in this certain moment, and it doesn't have to be detailed or anything, but just a quick little note. And then perhaps if you want to reflect on it a little bit later, you can. Or if you're not up to it, then I just talk it out with artificial intelligence, with chat, the voice mode, and I found it helpful to learn not only to just get insights from chat, but also to be speaking out loud and to be thinking about it for myself, which I found it helpful to form my conclusions rather than just like sitting there and thinking. It helps to talk it out and articulate what it is that is on your mind. And then once I am done with the conversation in chat, this is Ryan, if you're watching, this is why I stopped sharing my chat password, was because I have these conversations and then I ask chat to speak it back to me in a few bullet points to summarize it, so then I can write it down in my journal and just keep these things at the forefront of my mind as lessons I've learned. And then also, I'm like that person that's into AI, so I like it to learn more about me, learn more about what I'm going through, so then the next time I go to it with a sort of conversation like this, then it knows better to how to respond and what I've been through and everything. So I know this sounds like kind of crazy, but it's actually super insightful in terms of having the AI learn more about you, so then you can get more personalized feedback. And then once I feel like I've came to a logical conclusion, I try my best to let go and learn and let go. I know it's easier said than done, and like physiologically sometimes I cannot just bring the pressure off myself, but I think this is the first step towards overcoming whatever I need to at a certain point, returning back to my baseline, rather than like giving into the tricks that my mind is trying to play on me. Just like filming this YouTube video, it's like there was resistance towards creating this YouTube video because I care about what other people think about me, but the first step to that is just writing down I care about what other people think about me, and there's resistance to creating this YouTube video because of that. And just that helps to overcome some of the resistance. Or another reason that I feel like it's personal is because the structure is however you set it out to be. And I feel like the thumbnail shows this best because I just have some typical notes right here, and then I have some pictures, and then I have some arrows signifying connections between different ideas, where things are going. This isn't a reflection piece, but it's more of a scientific piece. But I still feel like it best demonstrates drawings and the free structure that I am claiming. Honestly, I have tried both, and the physical copy works best for me, just because it is distraction free. Like, if I open up my phone to do one thing, I could be caught up doing another. And it feels a lot more personal. Everything that I think and feel is in this notebook, which is kind of ironic because I carry it around everywhere with myself and I could lose it just as easily. It's going to be hard to find an app where you can both type and draw on it. You can do Notability, but it's just not going to feel as personal as having this alongside with you. So I like having the freedom to do whatever I want and however I want in this notebook. And I feel like that is a huge advantage in terms of expressing myself. When I carry it on my pocket, I just feel like I'm so much closer to it. And I'm a lot more prone to just taking it out of my pocket and writing something down for a quick second than I am to open up an app. And in terms of the notebook that I like, it's just this little small one I found on Amazon. It says like notebook on it, and I think what's really important to have like this little pencil holder next to it, because it even further reduces the friction of reflecting. But I was watching one video about it, and they said the best one was the one that you're going to carry around with you, and I just thought that was the best insight. I don't think there's anything particular about this one, but I can link the thing down below if anyone's actually watching at this point and actually wants to buy one. So yeah, that's that. And that is all for my second video. I don't actually know how long this thing is going to be, but that is that. I think enough's been said.